Hey guys, Stacy here just for another quick little rendition of Job Duds. I said I would tell you what happened with the job interview, and because on my first video on all of this, I told you guys how annoying it was that a lot of places are required to go ahead and post a position, even though they know they're not hiring anybody because they have someone in-house or someone already slated for whatever that position is. So anyway, I got called, or first I got emailed for an interview and got an email back asking for a phone interview. So went ahead and did the phone interview. It was going well. The lady asked me to come in the following Monday for an in-person interview, and I pretty much thought that went really great, and then realized as I looked back on it, it was probably one of those, they had to post a position and interview people even with somebody having it, because this was a red flag. From the phone interview and the in-person interview, there were very few questions asked of me. Why did I want the position? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Why do you think you're a good fit? I didn't get any of those type of questions. It ended up being like a sales pitch for the company to me. And basically the lady that was interviewing me telling me a lot about her job and what she has to do. So I was a little bit skeptical, but I was still optimistic going in. And then there were a handful of other stuff that kind of popped up along the way. When I got there, there was an emergency that happened and she had to address that, which was fine. I just sat and talked to other people that were there. And then when she finally came around, again, the whole interview was basically showing me around the place, introducing me to people, but not really asking me anything about what I would be bringing to the position and to their job. And then she said she would call me in a couple of days because they would make a decision. There were only 4 people they were actually bringing in for an interview, so I felt pretty good about that. I guess there were 88 people that applied for the position, and I guess there were 88 people that applied for the position, and 8 people got phone interviews, and then I got invited in of the 4 people that got an in-person interview. So, was feeling pretty good about it. She said she would contact in a couple of days, either way, to let me know. Well, a couple of days passed and I did not get a phone call, and she did not reach out. So I sent the nice, reply email. Thank you for the interview. Thank you for taking me on a tour of your community and letting me, meet people there. And then it was really weird because then I got a HR paperwork for application for a new hire. So I was like, did I get the position or did I not get the position? It was really, really confusing. I filled out the paperwork, again, feeling optimistic that this was going somewhere. And then on the following day is when I got the customary, we're sorry, but we are deciding to go with a different candidate, whereas your resume was beyond amazing in all the qualifications. We're going in a different direction. And for me, the other thing with that position was it was not a very high paying position. So if they did look at my resume, they may have gone, there's no way we're going to be able to negotiate and offer her what she wants. And so they moved on, probably to someone with less experience that they could get cheaper. At least that's what I say to make myself feel better. But who knows? Another candidate may have just blown me out of the water and be the one that's floating their boat. And that's going to happen. So I'm back to the drawing board. Here we go again. So keep an eye out for red flags because they will be there, and I will bring up some more in the next videos.